All right, well, this is the public input listening post of the Mason City Council. Citizens have 5 minutes to address the council. There's no feedback or comments from council, and talk's right up there in front of you. So, who would like to take the podium? Mr. Gilbert.
David Gilbert, 1715 Hillcrest Drive. I was so impressed with the council meeting, the last one, where we had an opportunity to listen to someone that was interested in creating jobs here in Mason City. The citizens of Mason City that got up and expressed their opinions and questions was most outstanding. It's like something I see when I'm visiting my grandkids, whether it be in Muscatine at their city council or another like Cedar Falls. I see that one. It was just most outstanding. I like the opportunity that was chosen by the council at the end to have a vote. For it was only a vote to answer citizens' questions that were asked very directly, and with some inquiring some answers to what they had stated. So when the vote came, it was quite clear to everyone that it was just a vote to either partake and get a better understanding, or to drop it and just let this gentleman walk away, and being very discourteous to him. So the vote came, and the clear understanding was, and everybody voted except one. One didn't want to hear him, didn't want to talk to him, just wanted to let Mason City hang and just let the man go home. You know, it's kind of like the Gentleman's Club and stuff like that. We had to listen to that. So I just wish that would have been addressed better. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Gilbert. Who else?
Max Weaver, 317 20th Southeast. Well, there you go. That's how the non-informed citizenry is in Mason City, and I hope they get their facts straight before the election and stand up and do the right thing. Quite frankly, I had a 2.5-hour meeting with them in a presentation, and I heard all their spiel before, so you're wrong. What you guys got was an 8-minute program. 8 minutes. I got a 2.5-hour program from them, and I asked several questions at the time and wanted to ask even more, but we had to cut it off at some point. Quite frankly, I've done some more homework, and quite frankly, I want to tell you, any of the questions that were asked at this microphone, nobody's been answered yet. Nobody has answered anything yet. Those same citizens, and I've talked to several of them, haven't gotten any answers at all. You guys, who's responsible for this thing, didn't even ask for financials. Well, I looked them up. They were formed in 2006 in Nevada by the Secretary of State out there, which a lot of companies go to Nevada that are kind of, you know, that's what Nevada and Delaware do. So anyway, they've got 2,000 shares that you can purchase for 20 bucks. It's 1/1000th of a penny. So they don't have a lot of finances going on. I think we should look into that. I think we should do a Dun and Bradstreet check on it. We should do other things that we've done in others, but we don't do that anymore. You don't ask for any financials. You don't even know who this company is. In light of what happened in Harrisburg, and you can look at the different kinds of burns and gasifications and syntax and incineration. They're all relatively the same. And I saw that story, I believe it was in the Globe Gazette, how it is close to bankrupting the community. So I don't think we're not asking those questions. I don't know who is. And my whole point that night at the council meeting, and since you didn't pay much attention to it, was that my motion that I wanted to make was to postpone. I wasn't to stop the project. The record will reflect, the tape will reflect that evidently Mr. Tornquist and the mayor had already a motion to make. I didn't know that. I know I had my hand up first, and I know I said what I said before anybody else. And my whole thing was, representing the Landfill Board of North Iowa, I felt I took their concerns, and I was going to ask you to postpone it until the Landfill Board has a chance to look at it. That's the proper thing to do. Why put that undue pressure on the landfill? They've already received a letter from the mayor, 2-page letter, 3-page letter. They've already received a visit from the mayor, Councilman Tornquist, Brent Trout. You know, these are people that, the 29 members of the landfill board from small towns of just a couple hundred people to Mason City. Give them a chance. And that was my motion. I didn't reject this guy. I didn't reject him at all. I didn't reject him at the landfill board meeting at all. I listened to him for 2.5 hours. That's more than the 8 minutes you got here. And there wasn't really any questions asked. I just think we should look into this as a financial thing. Do what I've done. Check it out. It's a privately held company. They won't release their board of directors' names until April of 2012. I don't know how you do a deal like that. I'd like to know who's on their board of directors. And that's what I do. I took an oath of office to represent everybody in the community and not look at the other way. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my due diligence. I wish everybody else would. I have some real concerns. Check it out. Secretary of State, Nevada, 2006, Shamir K. Baru, I believe, is the head of the company. At least that's the name of the guy on there. And 1/1000th of a penny, you can buy a share. So for $20, you can get a couple thousand shares. Now, that's got flags to me. If you want to proceed, that's fine. But make it real clear, you check the minutes, you check the record. My hand was up first, and I also was going to make a motion to postpone, and that postponement was going to be for the landfill of North Iowa to be able to do their due diligence, those 30 members, and look into it. And then start that way. I just thought it was sort of a, well, slam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Hey, Mr. Weaver, anybody else? Mr. Nelson?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Something came to my attention today, editorial in the Globe Gazette. And let me just share with you, if you haven't read the Globe Gazette or you'll take the Globe Gazette, I think it's important. Titled Food, Money, Time, Food Bank in Dire Need of Our Help. I'll just briefly underline a few, I think, important comments. There's an awful lot of hungry people out there, and they're really tapping the resources of the Hawkeye Harvest Food Bank in Mason City. Any donation you can make would be greatly appreciated. More than 3,000 additional people sought help in the food bank between September 10, 2010 and August 2011. The food bank serves 143,145 meals in that period, the highest number of food bank history, an increase of 36,000 meals. Higher unemployment, raising costs for just about everything, and a stagnant economy. The needy, including some children, line the food bank hallways, waiting for whatever they can get. Sad, isn't it? They said they have 4-day supplies. They can get 4-day supplies every 6 months. It's a dire situation. Cash donations really can help. They allow the food bank to purchase exactly what they need to fill the boxes. What's my point? I guess because I worked for 36 years, had 300 underprivileged children and families come in who could not afford a wide membership. We had a partner youth campaign, so we gave them membership. We never questioned. No kid ever turned away, and nor was the family. So I'm sensitive to these people. I'm sensitive to people that live in Mason City that don't have enough food. All I'm asking, the 2 or 3 new council members that's going to sit at that table, when it comes to spending issues, property taxes, read the article. There's a lot of people, children, going without food. Think of those people when you talk about spending, when you get into the budget. I'm not going to be there. But please be sensitive to people that are, that have unfortunate circumstances. That's all I ask. Thank you very much.